General elections in Turkey are just a day away. The polls will determine the fate of the country as well as of the current leader and strongman Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He is facing a tough challenge in the form of a united opposition. The Constance on Friday held final rallies. Now, the Turkish President Erdogan reminded his supporters of, quote-unquote, the cost which the public will have to bear if he doesn't win the elections. He was speaking at one of the districts in Istanbul, which is considered his support hotbed. Erdogan warned that they would face reprisals if any opposition leader comes into power. The president also said that the Republican People's Party, which is the main opposition alliance, is driven by greed and vengeance. He added that Western governments were using the opposition to impose their will on how Turkish society worked.
Türkiye'deki seçimleri Rusya yönlendiriyormuş. Utan, utan. Utan. Şimdi ben de kalkıp dersem ki Türkiye'deki seçimleri Amerika yönlendiriyor. Almanya yönlendiriyor. Fransa yönlendiriyor. İngiltere yönlendiriyor. Ne diyeceksin?
Erdogan also defended Russian President Vladimir Putin from allegations of meddling in the elections. This after Erdogan's main challenger and the opposition leader Kemal Kilicdaroglu claimed that he has evidence of Russian interference. Erdogan echoed the Kremlin and refuted the allegations, saying that Turkey-Russia ties are as important as relations with the US.
Bütün dergiler kapaklarına ne diyor? Erdoğan gitmeli. Almanya'da çıkanlar böyle diyor. Fransa'da çıkanlar böyle diyor. İngiltere'de çıkanlar böyle diyor. Ya size ne? Bu dergilerin kapağına siz bu ifadeleri nasıl yazıyorsunuz? Bunun kararını siz değil, ey Batı, bunun kararını benim milletim verir, benim.
The leader of the Republican People's Party, Kılıçdaroğlu, held a rally of his own in the capital of Ankara. He appealed to the voters to cast their votes without any concerns over electoral malpractice. Kılıçdaroğlu had gestured towards his supporters by making a sign of heart with his hands, which has become the emblem of his campaign. Before this, he had also held a rally in Samsun City wearing a bulletproof vest, as intelligence had cited a threat to his life. At Ankara, the opposition leader also reassured his supporters that he had been working for more than a year over ballot box security.
Dergilerin kapağına
bir şey daha, sınırları yol geçen anına döndürdüler, orayı da düzelteceğiz. En geç 2 yıl içinde bütün Suriyeli kardeşlerimizi kendi ülkelerine uğurlayacağız.
Opinion polls have shown that Kılıçdaroğlu holds a slight advantage in these elections. As per these polls, he also might break the 50% threshold, which is required to avoid a runoff. The opposition has been helped by the withdrawal of one of the contestants, which has now made these elections a triangular contest. Nearly 2 million votes cast by Turks living abroad have already arrived in Ankara, while Turks living in the country will exercise their right tomorrow. Now, for more details on this, we have with us Ahmad Shadihov, who is a renowned political analyst. Thank you for being with us. Now, with the elections in Turkey tomorrow, Erdogan is likely to face the biggest challenge of his political career so far. What do you think will take place in the elections tomorrow?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me in your program. Of course, today is a day of silence in Turkey, and all official propaganda campaign has ended already. And tomorrow is the elections day. And these elections are the most crucial, decisive, and intense elections in the history of Turkey, of course, because Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who has been in power for 20 years, has faced the risk of leaving his power for the first time. In fact, the initial predictions are that Recep Tayyip Erdogan will win these elections as well, because Kemal Kilicdaroglu, the opposition leader, is not, how to say, a real candidate to fight against Erdogan. But however, there is also very serious dissatisfactions with Erdogan's power as well. In particular, social problems, the problems caused by the earthquake and the problems created by the millions of refugees in Turkey have increased the citizens' dissatisfactions with Erdogan. But there are also some political, international relations and military and economic successes achieved by Turkey in the last 20 years, which were realized thanks to Erdogan. In short, these elections, Turkish citizens are divided into two parts, and these two parts are very seriously fight each other, and one part supports Erdogan and the other part supports Kemal Kilicdaroglu, the opposition leader. In general, the Muslim majority in Turkey and religious citizens support Erdogan because he is pro-Muslim policy, and those who want Turkey to become a more secular state, especially non-Muslim citizens, pro-Western citizens, of course support Kemal Kilicdaroglu. In international arena, especially Turkish states and Muslim countries want Erdogan to remain in power and to continue its power in Turkey. But Western countries and Christian countries are positive about Kemal Kilicdaroglu's candidacy. And these two parts will come to face tomorrow. But in general, the chances of these two candidates are, equal. And that's why these elections is very crucial. Everything can happen in this election. That's why international organizations are very seriously observe these elections tomorrow.
Thank you very much for being with us, Samet, for all your valued insights on the upcoming Turkey elections.
Thank you.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.